This is Damon Fordham, adjunct professor of history at the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina, and I'd like to talk to you about the issues of knowledge and wisdom. You see, knowledge is knowing things, but wisdom is having an understanding of human nature and how to deal with that knowledge. On a couple of occasions, I've been to lectures where the lecturer was lecturing and there were older individuals in the audience, older African Americans in this case, and in their questions, they asked them questions about slaves. And the people who were lecturing got very arrogant, in a very arrogant way, said, "We do no longer say slaves, we say enslaved Africans." All right. You know, the great Ghanaian leader Kwame Nkrumah once said that if you're going to use correction, use it to build and not destroy. And if a person who may not use the same terms as you do comes to you in sincerity and all of that, that's not the way to correct them. That's basically humiliating them and driving them away from you. And that's kind of the difference between having knowledge and wisdom. Now, in my current book, the Black Folktales and Chronicles of South Carolina, there are a couple of tales in there that stress that whole issue of knowledge versus wisdom. And here are a few of them. One was told in 1936 by a lady named Irene Noisette here in Charleston. And she told this story about the minister and the little boy. Said that out on John's Island, out in the country, there was a rowboat that took people over to Charleston because this was before there were bridges. So this minister is on the boat with a little boy trying to get to Charleston. And so the minister sees the child is poor. And so the minister, who has education, says, "Young man, do you go to school?" And the little boy says, "Well, no, sir. I work to take care of my parents." Then the minister went, "Oh, so you know nothing about trigonometry and geology and psychology and sociology?" And the boy said, "No, sir, I don't." And so the minister is just real arrogant with the boy. But then all of a sudden, as the boat is going, the storm comes up and the boat starts rocking. And then all of a sudden there comes a leak in the boat. And so the minister goes, "Help, help, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. We may drown." And the boy said, "Well, now with all those ologies, do you know swimology?" And the minister says, No, I don't." And so as the boat sank down, the boy started swimming, and the minister who had all the education drowned, but the boy who knew swimology lived. Kind of tells you something, huh? And in another story along that line that was told in 1913 in Columbia, South Carolina, told about the man who told his servant, "Jim, go get the buggy and go to Pinckney's and get the mule and then drive down to the store and get the groceries." And the servant said, "Mister, you tell me to go 3 places at the same time. A dog got 4 legs, but he can just run in one path." Speaks for itself, right? And still another that was recorded in Greenville, South Carolina in 1944. A lady named Janora Gray told the story about the man who went to court for moonshining. And the judge saw the man and looked at him and, figured that this guy was kind of dumb and uneducated. So he thought he'd make fun of him in the courtroom. And so he said, "What's your name, boy?" And the guy says, "Joshua." And the judge goes, "Oh, so you the Joshua in the Bible who made the sun stand still, huh?" And the Joshua said, "No, sir, boss, you got me mixed up. I'm the Joshua who made the moonshine." And the judge had to laugh and suspend his sentence. So you see, folks, that's the difference between a person could have knowledge, but if they have wisdom, they could really get ahead in life also. This is Damon Fordham.